Shorts is a 2009 film from the director of El Mariachi. This is the video game based on the movie Shorts. This is another side-scrolling platformer where you can play as characters from the movie. Each character has different abilities. What we're looking at here is the beginning of the game. It's like there's a build-your-own Nintendo DS platformer kit out there that many developers are starting to pull from. This game is almost identical to Aliens in the Attic, with some subtle differences. It's not a bad game by any means, but it's also nothing that's really revolutionary, so it's probably perfect for the market that this game is aimed at. Parents looking to buy their kids a fun, non-objectionable platformer. This is easy to pick up and play, becomes more challenging as you progress through the game. It has extremely intuitive, very playable controls. There's nothing bad I can say about Shorts except for the fact that it's extremely average. And who builds these gigantic, ridiculous houses? Aliens in the Attic had the same thing, these houses that are the size of small cities. There's like pictures hanging on the inside of walls that nobody could ever possibly see, and fans that do absolutely no good. What do those lights do on the bottom of the screen? What are they illuminating? The character I'm playing as here, Nose Noteworthy, has a shrinking ray that he picks up every now and then throughout the levels. Occasionally he'll pick up a package which gives you the opportunity to draw on the Nintendo DS screen some lines that he can use for platforms to crawl on or run along and get to higher levels. We've got some obligatory moving platforms here. It wouldn't be much of a platformer without moving platforms, now would it? This place has enormous ceilings and wide open areas. It must be a bitch to heat this thing. The controls are extremely playable, and you'll be using the D-pad and the buttons for about 98% of the game. Occasionally you have to break out the stylus to do something. But for the most part, it's run and jump, hop, grab things, duck, dodge, jump on enemies, and shoot. So it's a pretty standard platformer, by all accounts. This is all well and good. There's a lot of kids' games out there, so it's tough to really stand out in the sea of children's entertainment. But what if they came out with the El Mariachi video game? Or Desperado, for those who aren't familiar with El Mariachi, which was basically the first one. We need more games based on ultra-low-budget independent films that became big, don't we? Like Star Wars, for instance. Well, it was low-budget by today's standards. Well, if you're looking for a platformer to kill some time waiting in the airport or wherever you might be playing your Nintendo DS, you could do a lot worse than this game. It's probably not meant for you if you're flying on your own anyway. If you're buying your kids a game, if they really like Shorts, the movie, they've done a nice job here. It's consistent, it's predictable, but there's nothing wrong with it, and your kids won't be bashing their DS into the wall out of frustration. This is Shorts on the Nintendo DS. I hope they come out with El Mariachi next.